rock the muff.
Still ready. You?
Still ready.
I don't know. This is all great lead-in. This is all great lead-in right here. We've had quality lead-in material for 8 minutes.
We're just going to make this a show.
Yep.
The whole thing. Welcome to Game Day Battle, where Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. Happy to be back with this crew again. The entire crew here. We've, again, taken a little break, and that just seems to happen lately. Got some babies on the way. Everybody's busy. It's freezing outside. We've had actually a snow out a couple nights.
Yep.
So
Brett was snowed in.
It's
not good.
No, it wasn't good at all.
Nope.
Here tonight, we've got a Super Bowl special coming up this Sunday, and got the Denver Broncos. Seattle is in the Super Bowl for, is it the second time in like 10 years or something like that?
Seattle, 5 years, I think.
Second time in 5 years?
5.
So,
Peyton's third.
Yeah, so some repeats here. Should be a good game. But before we get to that, I want to tell everybody who this crew is. As you probably know well, that is Brett Finnegan down at the end with his, he's got the slick back, haircut.
Got work today.
Yeah. Big Monsters fan, and also working for the Monsters, though he said he would not this year.
Yeah, you gotta pay the bills.
Just when I thought I was out.
Yeah, you thought he was.
Pull me back in.
So what, like, schedule-wise, record-wise, what's going on with the Monsters?
Let's see. We've lost 7 in a row. We won.
Well, we still got a great show coming up.
I expect, that's not Monsters related. This is all the Monsters.
No, that wasn't a you. It was just that, dude, the Monsters are nothing right now. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't sound very exciting. It didn't sound like a good time to be a Monsters fan. That's what I was saying. Nothing to you, brother.
Well, this terrorist to my left here is Mohamed Torres.
Are we going there?
We are. I'm sorry, it's Ramon
That
Torres.
shit just happened.
We all have box cutters. Everything's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
See that? Carrying a beard.
Yeah, so not something he usually does.
No Shave November became. I think I like this.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna rock this
Something
out.
new. You know, it's been cold out. So
Yeah.
they say, you should grow it out in the wintertime, help block your face. So
Yeah.
If you start adding beads to it and shit, we're gonna talk. All right.
Rasta.
Anything.
Hey, smoking on the ganja.
Hey. Easy about that. Speaking of ganja.
Speaking of ganja, that's okay, that's cool. You can bring it up, man. I was going to mention the Super Bowl. We've got we've got Denver and Washington,
See
the
that great league?
first two states to make marijuana legal, and
apparently make you a good football team, too.
it'll take you way high.
Denver and
It'll take you to the
Colorado?
best game. No, I said Colorado
Like
and Washington.
mile
I did
high?
mess up and say Denver first. You caught that one. The Colorado and Washington.
Take
so.
you high, like mile high.
We all
what
got to
about
start
the,
burning, and we'll all reach our full potential, man.
What about the
right.
NFL might be legalizing
marijuana
medical
for
marijuana players? Yeah.
That was this guy's idea.
Josh Gordon would like that.
But now, does that mean that the Broncos and the Seahawks are allowed to burn legally and not face
In the stadium?
league reparations from the National Football League?
Well, not in
That's
New
a
York.
good question.
That's a great question.
It's a phenomenal question.
You know what? I think we should do the next episode of
Is
GDB. We should all be ripped and see if it brings out our A game.
Yeah.
In no way, a segue. Completely separated. Dale Shantz Tercy to my right.
Hey, how are you? I'm the voice for cannabis, I guess.
Yeah, he is. So good to have you back, and sporting some classic.
This is official.
gear.
This is official GDB gear. You can purchase it on the website.
Yep.
GameDayBattle.com.
He actually had a Callahan Auto Parts shirt on earlier that was all green.
I did.
And he learned from Brett last show that if you wear all green, you end up with, what we made
That was-
you,
that was funny.
Chewbacca.
I was a Chewbacca, I was Macho Man, I was a Cali schoolgirl, I was a girl in bikini. In fact, I actually looked pretty damn sexy all segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than all of y'all.
You spent some alone time with yourself.
I
didn't
did.
you?
I watched it and I was like,
I
oh.
bet.
My right hand was missing for a while.
All right, too much information. I am Mike Glass, and we've got a huge show tonight. Of course, the Super Bowl is coming up. Big question really is Peyton Manning's second trip to the Super Bowl, third trip now actually, but second possible victory. With this victory, does he cement himself in the all-time Hall of Greats, or does this victory or loss, will that knock him out if it's a loss, or does it matter at all? Is he already in there? So that's Peyton Manning. Also,
Make or break.
make or break. The NFL is actually talking about getting rid of the extra point, just completely getting rid of it. It's not just that it's a rumor, but the commissioner wants to get rid of it. So that's big time, and it may happen. We'll talk about that. The Browns have done a few things, a few small things, like a new head coach that nobody had on their radar screen.
I don't think I'm comfortable calling him a head coach yet, but
We have a new guy that
There
will
we
be
go.
fired next year.
Yeah.
And for right now, he's going to make some decisions that will fuck us up for the next 4 years. So he's in now. No OC at this point. That could change. We've got a defensive coordinator, so a whole new team, and we're gonna look at that. Also, the Cavs have been stinking up the joint, and we all had a lot of high hopes for them, and I still haven't lost faith. So I don't want to make this like a negative thing and just ripping on the Cavs.
I will.
And Dale may do that. But a good question, though, is, and there's a reason I ask this. It's not just because I care about your opinion, though your expert opinion is always valued. But what changes would you make to the Cavs to make them a consistent winner? Right now, what would you change? And I'll tell you why that's an important question to ask, and why it matters more than just your opinion as we get into that. So for right now, let's start off with the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 49.
It was 43.
What?
48, right?
68.
Oh my God, we can't add. Nor can we.
The Giants won 42.
What is it?
They won 46. Last year was
V's a
47,
five.
so this is 48. It's
You
48.
said 49.
Right on.
I was like, I know.
It's a Super Bowl.
We had a snow day when we learned Roman numerals.
V and 3 is 8.
So
Okay.
Super Bowl 2014 is what.
The 5.
Anyway, Super Bowl 2014. We have the Broncos and the Seahawks.
49.
So, did you guys really hit the ganja before this? Is that what happened?
We took a break during the last
He's at least years.
the last screen transition.
It was a quick break, but
Sometimes yeah.
okay. So, if Peyton Manning nails this, takes a W home, does Peyton Manning now become one of the all-time great quarterbacks? Does a loss prevent that? And does it even matter? Is he already there with or without the victory? And Brett, we're going to start with you tonight. We all like Peyton Manning. I don't think anybody dislikes the guy or thinks he's a bad player. He'll be in the Hall of Fame, no question. Mm-hmm. But as far as the talk of the elites, is his name going to be up there with Montana and, as some people like to put in the same category, Brady, though I disagree.
Loser.
Right. But is he going to be up there with the win? Does a loss take him out of that, or is he up there no matter what?
He's up there no matter what, just what he did in the season. You know, the most touchdown passes, the yards, and all that. I mean, coming back, for what he's done with Indianapolis and then neck injury, and he's still kind of skeptical about that. After I think after the Super Bowl or in February, so he's going to get another. He's got to go to the trainer, and they have to check it out and all that.
He needs some work, yeah.
But still, even with that, I mean, either way, he's going to be elite, and he should be. He's Peyton fucking Manning.
Peyton fucking Manning.
Yeah.
Either way, he's going to be elite. So, win or lose.
Win or lose. Ramon, you on board with Peyton Manning train?
Yeah, he's going to be elite no matter what. What the guy does, in the regular season is, unheard of. But then, he comes into the playoffs and his record in the playoffs is not that good. He's got a Super Bowl win, but you don't want to go down like Dan Marino and have nothing, you know what I mean? So...
Isotoners.
Protect the hands and protect you.
But as far as elite, man, he's up there. He's Hall of Fame bound, and it's gonna happen no matter what. But you definitely want the Super Bowl. That's what it's like. Championships in the NBA with anything or World Series. That's what you get looked at. when you go down as elite as the Montanas and stuff like that.
You're kind of saying like it's hard to argue against him being elite if he's got the rings.
Yeah,
but
right there. And then you know what? You want to one up the brother, so you know you don't want him saying, "Hey, I got one
right.
too."
Yeah.
You know,
Family-
so, hey, I
family
got two.
first.
You know, I got two. But
Right,
you know,
right.
that's what you wanted. You know, so I'm pretty sure he's got that chip on his shoulders. He can bring that. You know, even though you see last week when we was watching the game, I seen his brother up there hugging his dad. But you know, in the back of his head, he's like, "Damn, I wish I was there." You know,
You know,
Not
little
him.
brother.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, little brother Eli's brought that up at a
Yeah.
few family dinners.
Like, you know,
He's probably just put his hand on the table and like, oh, I'm sorry, man. You
But
know,
not when he got two, you know what I mean? You're like,
right?
Another ESPN Sports Center.
I'm sure Eli is truly happy for Peyton.
He probably is. But Dale,
doubt.
are you truly happy for Peyton if he bests your boy Eli?
I am without a doubt. You know, Eli Manning is what he is. He's a solid quarterback. He's a game manager. He's not Peyton Manning. We all know that. Eli Manning could have 4 rings, and I don't think he would still be considered as good as Peyton Manning. He's the best quarterback to ever play the position in the history of the National Football League, no matter how many rings he has.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
You've never seen anybody go on the field and just be a field general and make 6 audibles, even if you really are making audibles or not. Just the way that you can confuse the defense just by speaking. He brings something that no other player has brought on and off the field. He's had a stellar off the field career as well. No doubt a Hall of Famer, and he's got his eye on the prize. This is why he went to Denver. To be honest, they probably would have won the Super Bowl last year had that fluke in Baltimore not happened. That ended up, costing them a possible championship. But they got all the right pieces right there. They got John Elway, who knows how to win late in his career with an aging quarterback. They got John Fox, who's a great offensive coach. They got Jack Del Rio, who could coach any other team in the NFL, and they got him just concentrating on their defense, who hasn't been good to start, but they've been really superb as of late, and throughout the playoffs they've really been shutting down a lot of teams.
Injuries hurt him earlier too.
Yeah, they did. But I'll save that for the Super Bowl check. Back to Peyton Manning. I mean, nobody does it better, and I think he could win 2 more Super Bowls after this one if he can stay healthy and they can keep the weapons that they have in Denver. I think that they can continue to dominate, and I don't think it's going to stop there. I think you're going to see a future NFL coach out of Peyton Manning, possibly an owner later in his career.
Commissioner or something
It's
as
things
well.
that we haven't really seen in our lifetime. I mean, I hate to jump to another sport, but like look at Jordan and how he went through his career. You think when he was playing, he was like, "Oh, I can't wait till I'm a GM one day." No, that probably wasn't even in his mind. But now look at him; it's like the next step of his career and what he can still contribute to the game after he's hung up his cleats or his shoes or his jersey, whatever. But Peyton Manning, all-time great.
Yeah, I think I'm on board with everybody here. Here's an interesting stat. This is the first Super Bowl Peyton Manning will play in that he didn't either have to beat a cheating team to get to the Super Bowl or play them in the Super Bowl. And that's crazy when you think about it, because he had to wrestle with a cheating team in one way or another for about 10 years of his career. And so I know that there have been many people that have made the claim, well, Eli's got this, or Brady's got these number of rings, and Montana went there 4 times, and you can say all of these things and then try to compare it, but nobody had to go up against cheating teams like he did, and I've made a bigger deal maybe than a lot of people do about that, but the team that he lost to in the Super Bowl last time he was there got caught cheating that whole season. They were listening to the opponent's bench, and they had the whole bounty gate thing.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation, and maybe they're not in a position to make that interception. Maybe they don't know that they've got them flat-footed when they and decide to go for the onside kick after the second half. I mean, they're listening to the bench. They know what the mode of the team is, what they're talking about. So I'm just saying there are little things that they had to deal with in the last Super Bowl and couldn't overcome that they're not going to have to deal with this time unless Seattle ends up being the next cheating team. And for 8 years for sure, probably more like 9 or 10 years, they had to play Brady and the Patriots constantly in the playoffs, and they lost multiple times when he was on the Colts in the playoffs. And we now know they were cheating. In fact, Belichick admitted to cheating every single one of those seasons.
Make them get hurt again.
And real quick, just to throw another thought onto the Peyton Manning talk. Poor Jim Irsay
Yeah.
What a terrible decision he made. Just awful. I think if you have a guy like that that's done that, what Peyton has done to the Colts franchise, you roll with him, man. Your bed's made till Peyton Manning is no longer playing.
Well,
in my opinion.
he didn't want to probably go through that whole like Brett Favre type saga. Like, he's gonna come back. Okay, you come back.
Because signed a 4-year deal, just like he did with Denver.
Yeah, but he's coming back. Now my bed's laid with him, and now I got to have him on the field. Okay, I got this guy that I picked number 1, and have him sitting back. This Peyton show.
Don't even take luck.
It's the whole
in that draft.
Brett Favre saga all over again.
Well, I don't know if it'd be exactly that, because I don't think Peyton Manning would do the "I'm going to retire, I'm not." Is he healthy or not?
That's what I'm saying. But you bring him back.
Think of who they could. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what here's going to say in 2 or 3 years when Peyton Manning's basically done. He's going to say to you and everybody else, "Look at my star quarterback who is continuing to lead us to the playoffs." Andrew Luck doesn't suck.
That's one storyline that's positive, but what could have been a better storyline? Oh, we stuck with Peyton and the Colts are in the Super Bowl this year. Because they still would have had a number 1 pick that year that Peyton Manning didn't.
Right.
And you had to watch Curtis Painter go out there and suffer through the whole year. If they had a first-round pick, if they didn't have to take Luck, who could they have taken in that draft? They could have taken
They wouldn't have
Richardson
They wouldn't.
which is funny.
True, but they wouldn't have had like a Decker, Welker, Denarius Thomas, Noshawn Moreno.
Shame, sir, because they already had a stellar receiving core with Reggie Wayne and Pierre Garçon.
Yeah.
Come on, man, those were quality guys. He makes anybody great. He made Gonzalez, whatever his name was.
Yeah. Anthony Gonzalez
look like a star.
Are you saying that the Colts team this year with Peyton Manning would have been similar to the Colts?
No.
Or to the Broncos?
No, I can't say that now because it's 2 years removed from him being there.
But I mean, that team was stacked before he got there.
Yeah,
And the Colts weren't. The Colts have been getting by on second string players.
That's not true at all. Because they had a great team when he left.
Yeah.
And then they tanked that whole year to get Luck, and then all of a sudden they're back in the playoffs. All the same players are still there.
Because Andrew Luck is that good.
Nah, come on.
Did you watch him?
Andrew Luck is nowhere near as good as Peyton Manning. But
no. He's not the same guy.
He's not that good, but he's not bad enough to blow games.
Yeah.
He blew the game that they lost.
Put it this way.
When you put it on his shoulders and he throws 3 picks, you're going to lose. But
he's got no Reggie Wayne. He's got no receiving core. Yeah. He's got no running back at this point.
T.Y. Hilton was his best wideout for this year.
Yeah, but those guys like that, if you want to be elite and you want to be up with the Peyton Mannings of the league, you got to make...
And you make it happen, right?
Yeah.
He did make it happen. They were in the playoffs. The guy got them there. It wasn't like they skated in on a good defense.
They got
have a
there.
bad defense. That's the other thing too. They have a bad defense. He made it happen, and you need to watch him play. He's really good. You know what? I'll take him over almost every quarterback in the league. Not every quarterback, but almost.
Mike, I think under there you're making a great point, and that point is that no matter how good Peyton Manning is, it's not one man that can take you to the top of the peak, that can take you to win the Super Bowl, because he can throw for 5 touchdowns, but if that defense gives up 6, they're still going to lose. So I think maybe you're right. In Denver, they have more of the solid pieces to that puzzle that he was a better fit for. Where he could take Indy all the way to the Super Bowl, but I don't think they have enough to win it.
There's a lot more on his shoulders than Indy.
Let's wrap up Peyton, the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, and I love hearing that because
he reminds me of Bernie reading defenses. Because he can just read a defense, get out there.
I love Bernie, but don't you ever say Bernie's name with fucking Peyton Manning ever again.
I was going to let him go somewhere.
I said by reading defenses. Bernie Kosar is amazing at reading defenses.
He was a good quarterback,
and that's what Peyton does now. I mean, he can read a defense, and then. That's why you hear so many audibles changing. He's teaching.
You want Peyton Manning or Bernie Kosar starting for your football team?
Obviously Peyton Manning.
You know what it is?
Oh man, I wouldn't mind having Bernie out there.
Yep, and you would not have any rings.
He's got
a ring.
Huh?
He's got a ring.
Right, not as a starter.
Hey, you want to let Bernie get the weapons this guy got?
Oh, no. Come on, let's not have this conversation because there's no way you're going to make the comparison. Peyton Manning has changed the position.
I'm just saying, let him get the weapons and then he'll get it.
As long as Bernie Kosar could stand in one spot on the field and throw, he was a very good quarterback. an exceptional quarterback.
Hey.
But he doesn't do what Peyton Manning does. Nobody does what Peyton Manning does. I
guarantee
the guy.
You're going to start Bernie over Peyton?
I will. In that time.
You know what? I enjoy this because I love the hometown love. I just love the homerness of this. That's awesome.
I wouldn't start Bernie. I wouldn't start Bernie over Peyton.
He was a good quarterback in his time. He was a great quarterback.
If you want to take the times against each other.
See who's a better quarterback?
Cleveland is terrible.
Hey,
this logic. They're drinking the same water that we all grew up on.
Bernie Kosar in his time, Peyton Manning in his time. You have a fair argument right there.
No,
Bernie in this time? Hell no. Peyton in that time?
You're thinking that I would consider a 45-year-old Bernie Kosar against Peyton Manning?
I said Bernie in his time, and Peyton in his time is an arguable debate.
Let him go against the.
It would be a short
I guarantee. Peyton Manning ain't.
The chair might hear it.
Bernie now against Peyton?
One thing.
No deal.
Is that the defenses now, and the guys are bigger, faster, whatever, are holding up more. Let Peyton Manning go versus some defensive old, them 90s defense. He wouldn't even last as long as he lasted now.
They wouldn't know, but those defenses also weren't as sophisticated. They wouldn't be able to.
They're not as. They were less sophisticated.
I'm talking about him in there, in that.
But see, back then, calling an audible was something a quarterback would do.
Imagine the LT laying them out or something. He wouldn't even. That neck would have been broke.
They were more physical. Yeah, we can all agree they're more physical.
Going against
but I mean, if
those Steelers defenses of old.
You just contradicted your own statement, though. You're saying that they're stronger and faster now. So wouldn't these linebackers out there now be more of a threat?
No, because you don't see the quarterbacks getting hit as much.
The rules have changed.
Well, that's because of the rules.
Yeah. But even if Peyton Manning got hit more, those defenses also were less sophisticated. They would not have known what to do when there's 3 different formations shown in front of them while they're up in their stands.
Maybe Bernie was tougher. I'll give you that because it was a tougher game.
And he was for the Browns.
All right, whatever.
Browns.
It's
Football.
It is
Super Bowl.
We're still Super Bowl talk right now. So
56.
Final score, Super Bowl
20.
Can we all agree though? This is probably one of the better matchups we've had in the Super Bowl for a long time.
This is a quality matchup.
It's when we've got the best offense against the best defense.
Number 1 seeds.
And both of them have capable offenses on either side and capable defenses on either side. So it's going to be good. And it's also going to be in a cold area, so things get a little bit different. Both teams aren't used to playing in that. There are a lot of factors to kind of include here. So we can look at it as a good game, but what will happen? And I think this brain trust here can figure it out, put all the pieces together. Dale, we're going to start at this end of the table for
all right.
Let's start it off.
Do it up.
Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt who I'm picking?
Just do it.
Do I have to talk about Seattle even a little bit?
Just do it.
I'll give Seattle an A+ on a hell of a season.
96.
Your players are really developing under a college coach, which is really huge. Pete Carroll got voted the number 1 coach that a player in the NFL would like to play for, and I think that says a lot. It might be time for another college coach, just somebody that has
Nick Saban,
a fresh perspective and isn't so so much of a doucher. Pete Carroll seems like a pretty cool guy. The players like playing for him, but they got a lot of pieces and they're going to get better. I just don't think Russell Wilson. Like I said, Eli Manning, he's not a top 5 statistical quarterback, but he is he's a great game manager, and he doesn't make those mistakes, and he can make moves with his feet to keep drives going. They got a power run game, but I'm really just doubting their aerial attack, and if you want to keep up with Denver, you got to be able to pass the ball, and I just don't know if Golden Tate and Doug Baldwin are those guys. They say Percy Harvin's going to play, but he's going to get hit on the first play, and then he's going to be done. I just don't know if that's enough. Their defense is going to have to keep them in this game, and the one thing that Denver can capitalize is, as with all those weapons, they don't have to throw to Richard Sherman at all. They don't have to make that move. Colin Kaepernick did not have to throw to Crabtree against Sherman. I hate to go back a week, but he chose to, and it cost him the game. Peyton Manning isn't going to do that. As we already touched on in the previous segment, I don't have to touch on Peyton Manning anymore. I made the points that I wanted to with 2 head coaches, and John Fox and Jack Del Rio. And there's guys on this team that are hungry and they want to win, and they're led by another Hall of Famer in John Elway. And you got a lot of guys in the league that are looking to get their rings, guys like Champ Bailey. They want to close out their career solid, and they've been waiting for their time to shine. And I really think Denver is just gonna blow it out of the water to start, and I think Seattle will kind of creep back in. But I'm predicting a 38-28 Denver win.
Nice. All right, well, I'll continue the motion down the table here. So, Denver win you're predicting. I'll just say right out the bat I am as well. And I think this is going to be a big game for Peyton Manning. Not an easy game, but still a big game. And Seattle, I cannot fault them for anything. It's not like they have a great defense. I think the last time they got in, they had a really good defense and a bad offense. And it was just I think, was it the Steelers that beat them? I'm pretty sure that's it. Look it up. But I think that's what happened. They were a bad team before. This time they earned it. I mean, they really were, from the beginning of the season and every step through it, one of the most feared teams in this league. And they've been building that. And they've been growing that. And I respect that. I think that's cool. I'm not sold on Russell Wilson. I'm not sold on Colin Kaepernick. I think these were two guys that benefited from really good defensive systems. They came into a right situation, can do a lot of things, and did it. At this point, Denver's the more complete team. Far more complete, far better led, and I think Denver has the game 28-17, and it'll be awesome.
There will be.
Thank you.
One field goal. It's going to be windy. What about you, Finnegan?
Oh, they were going down the line here.
I switched it up.
You did, dude. Everybody's confused.
I completely agree with you two.
Good. Ramon?
This is gonna be a phenomenal game. I like these two matchups. I agree. I don't think Russell Wilson has what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Against that San Francisco game, it was back and forth, back and forth. I didn't like him in that. He didn't show a lot of progression, I should say, and should actually be in this game right now. But Peyton Manning's going to come on top. It's going to be a big game. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to be a hard game for him to get it, but it's going to be a big, big game for him. I think Denver's going to pull it out. I like Denver. I want to say Denver 30.
You're making this up right now on the spot.
4.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Safety?
Yeah.
That's two field goals.
All right.
Yeah.
And Seattle
28.
Sherman was like 15 or something.
That's really close to my score, Brett. I don't like that. In fact, I think I'm going to make you switch your score.
Yeah, I think you just made it up right now. Once you think about it,
Well, yeah,
then
of course
come
I
back
made
to
it up
you.
right now. Of course I fucking made it up right now. I'm on the spot type person, motherfuckers, okay?
All right.
I made it up right now.
Felix, what do you got for us, man?
All right.
Well, I'm going opposite of all you guys. I'm going with Seattle.
Ooh.
Nobody on this table has talked about the number one defense in the NFL. They shut down teams, and they're there for a reason. When you're the number one defense, it's proven throughout the history of NFL, defensive wins championships, and they do have the number one defense. Everybody's talking about Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson is a mobile quarterback and can make things happen just like he did against versus San Francisco and throughout the whole year. You know, to be your second year in the NFL and you're ready in the Super Bowl, and you was only a few plays away from it last year. Hey, this guy, it tells a lot about this guy, and I think he's going to do it. I'm going with Seattle, not only because their defense, they just make it happen. You know, and when you think you count them out, that's when they come right back, and that's what happened to San Fran. They counted them out, and even though you don't throw to Richard Sherman, Peyton Manning might think he got an opening, and just like Kaepernick thought he had, he got shut down. And you know what? You only get one more time to make mistakes, and don't make this happen in this Super Bowl. And one game, you make bad calls. It could be a coaching decision. It could be an offensive coordinator calling a play. All it takes is one bad call to lose the Super Bowl. And don't let that happen, even though everybody say Peyton Manning don't make mistakes. This might be the game. But Seattle is going to win it. I'm going with Seattle 31, Denver 24.
Well, you know what? You're right. The better defense always wins historically. You know what the exception is? When Peyton Manning's playing. Because you tell me the Super Bowl he won, he had the better defense? No.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Tell him, Mike.
Peyton Manning's playing this time.
Boom.
Yeah. So we'll meet back here. We've got to own our words, and of course,
Did you make a prediction?
Yeah. Did you?
Where were you at
join
that
us?
part of the
I missed
segment?
it.
Remember when I went? And
You're too busy.
We were going down the line, so
And
that
then
means
you
you were
did-
after me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You.
I'm a terrible game
You zoned
manager.
out. Yeah. No doubt. Okay.
Too
Well,
busy
you're
yelling at me
little.
about
I was looking at some of the teams that the Seahawks have beat throughout the season, and it's a bunch of garbage. Vikings, Seahawks, Buccaneers, or Vikings,
Seahawks beat the
Falcons,
Seahawks.
Rams, Titans, Texans, Jaguars. There's a lot of fucking bullshit going on right there.
Yeah.
Start with the president. Didn't work on
Hey guys, you know what time it is?
It is.
It's time for the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
Bum,
Oh,
bum,
do that.
bum.
Yeah.
It's time for the 2-minute drill, where we fire out random questions out of a cannon,
They're not very random.
unbeknownst to our responding panel here.
Actually, we know the questions too.
Actually, you don't.
Actually, we don't.
We don't?
No, you don't.
Oh, I
You don't
thought
have
I knew.
questions, so get ready.
New
Get ready-
questions
Get
then.
ready for some
We're
fresh
ready.
spontaneity, GDB. It's time
All
to
right.
know your panel.
I can ad lib.
I've got 5 questions, and these should be really easy. I went with a yay, nay, and why answer structure, so this should be really easy for you. Feel free to play at home.
Yay, nay.
No one's listening. You'll be talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 2-minute drill.
ready?
Can I get 2 minutes on the clock, please?
You got 2 minutes
anyway.
left.
I need to see the
Ready?
clock. I need to see the clock as well.
Get anyway.
All right. Yeah. I need to be able to gauge.
You know, I don't know. You don't
Yeah.
recognize your thumb there.
Yeah, press. Mike,
Yeah.
press it with your fifth
count,
thumb.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Boom!
All right. We saw the Fantasy Football Pro Bowl. Yay, nay, and why? Mike,
Fantasy Football Pro Bowl? What?
what'd you think?
Oh,
First year of it.
of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy football.
It was a Fantasy Football Pro Bowl.
I
We
got
drafted
you,
the
I got
fantasy
you, I
team.
got you,
You're
I
costing
got
us time.
It's not
supposed to be
valuable
simple.
time. It's really not valuable time. It was cool. It was actually something interesting, and I enjoyed it. So done.
Yay.
Why? Fresh perspective?
Yes. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was something different, and since we were going to get away with the Pro Bowl, it revived it a little bit.
I saw TJ Ward tackle Josh Gordon. It was pretty sweet.
You guys wasted 40 seconds.
Cold
on
weather
that.
Super Bowl. Yay, nay, or why?
Hell yeah! Let it snow.
Yay.
Hell
Why?
fucking yeah.
Dude, that's the way
You don't play football until you're in the cold weather. So
Give us a chance at Cleveland to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, all teams playing all weather.
Yeah.
You should have to get out there and suffer through it too. Sometimes the elements actually make the games more memorable. So
And
I'm
they
all
decide
for it.
who gets there in the same weather. So.
All right, there was a petition signed, 100,000 people that want to deport Justin Bieber back to Canada. This petition actually reached the White House. Are you for this, against this, and why?
Get him out of here.
Nay.
Nay.
You want the Beeb? The Beeb?
No,
cares?
get him out of here. Get back to Canada.
Who cares?
Next.
Then you don't say nay to the petition.
All right, hockey
know you're
fans. There's one. The Blue Jackets won 9 straight, followed by a 3-game losing streak. Might we see some playoff hockey?
In Columbus?
Columbus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nay.
I have no idea. I didn't follow
Exactly.
it. No.
I would love to. Give me something to watch. 9-game winning streak's pretty awesome. Number 5, the over-under in Vegas on Peyton Manning saying Omaha in the Super Bowl is 28.5. Is it going over or under?
It's going to go over.
Over.
I'll go under.
I'm going to say under, too. I think
Yeah.
28's a lot. I'm going to go under. We got 7 seconds. So we're all out of questions. Well done, guys. Have a sip of
we
beer
did it,
while
we
we
did it,
chill.
yep.
Especially with,
Mike's mom right there in the beginning again.
Yeah, Mike cost us. That could have been a record. Mike, you
I
cost
know.
us.
I knew how to gauge this. Look, we had extra time.
You're like, wait. What?
Fantasy football?
Fantasy football Pro Bowl.
Okay, did you guys want to end?
Did you even watch the Pro Bowl, Mike? Did you even watch it?
We just talking about fantasy football, so I thought you were.
They were who they thought they were.
I wanted to call you on it.
Fantasy.
But
Hey, I was
okay,
there talking about fantasy?
Look, playoffs. So if I hadn't
Practice?
said anything, we would have 47 seconds left. Do we want 47 seconds
Yeah,
left?
because, by the way,
You got another
because-
question in there.
because
Do you have
they're-
extra questions?
I could have came with something.
Yeah, see?
No,
But you
no,
didn't.
Mike,
7
You
seconds
didn't.
wasn't enough to consider.
Mike, it doesn't
I'm
matter
like, let's
because
just
they
drink
were
beer.
yay, nay, and why questions. You took fucking forever in the first question, which means like,
That's
yay.
what I do.
Yeah.
Next
And
question.
then Ramon's
yay,
just
yay.
like,
Next question.
nay.
No,
Why?
I said nay.
Why?
And then he's like,
forgot about
hell,
that.
what?
We didn't
I
have
know-
time to say why because Mike took the
I didn't
majority
know hell
of it.
fucking yeah was an answer.
We had 45 seconds.
You're a ball hog.
What the hell?
I
GameDay or white?
Give me a
Hell fucking
ball,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Ball movement. Wait till you have the open shot, Mike. Come on.
Mike Brown over here, I heard that.
He's like, oh, I'm going to score 60 points, but I got to shoot it 80 times.
Call me Carmelo. I'll do it.
Well, that's awesome. The jokes were progressively getting worse.
Well, let's
Yeah, let's do it. Let's race some beers, huh?
a time that I actually wait for from the end of one show to the beginning of the next is this moment right here. We get to raise our beer to somebody we love or somebody we hate.
The highlight of
And
the
we have a very small amount of time left. Thank you. And we're going to get to spout off about something that we want to just tell everybody about, bitch about something, bitch about somebody, and I'm going to make a rule. Right now, I'm going to throw this out there.
Whoa.
The first rule in the history of raising the beer: you can't pour your beer out to the Brown selection of their head coach.
That's the easy one.
That's the easy
Don't
one.
take
It's
the
way
easy
too
one.
easy. So you
Okay.
got to get a little bit more creative. I'm not going to give you any time to readjust.
All right,
if that
you're
was
right.
your,
You're right. That's
so-
sloppy work, GDB crew.
It is. So we're going to go with Ramon. He's being way too quiet right here. Start it off.
Okay. I'm pouring my beer out to Cavs head coach Mike Brown and Dan Gilbert. Man, you got to do something with this team. Toward the end of the show, Dale made a comment that said, make an extra pass or, pass the ball. And that's exactly what Mike Brown said. That ain't something you tell your team. You get out there and you get in the ass and tell them, hey, we need it for you to take better shots. Not, one more pass is going to make a better shot. No. You put I don't even know what this guy's thinking half the time when I sit there and watch this team on the damn court. And to say something like that is stupid, and you make yourself sound like more than an idiot than you are. And I'll wait for him to be one and done.
Yeah, hopefully. Are you flipping people off?
We're spinning basketballs, Mike.
Gotcha.
I'm sure you can make this happen.
I actually could. I might not. I might just make you guys look like idiots, but
If you don't, I was just giving everybody the finger and waving at them.
You can play that. We're playing basketball.
Hey, I guess I'm up. I'm pouring some beer out as well. To the Grammys. Holy shit. Did you guys sit through this mess?
no.
You look
I
like
did.
Beyonce all up in your TV with your rump shaking.
Music is so bad right now. Daft Punk winning record of the year.
Dude, Daft Punk is awesome.
DJs, man.
They're not that good.
The DJ.
I don't know if they're the best album of the year, but
it should be
they're good.
based on sales, and airplay should have something to do with it as well. It's not just about
Hey, Ola, come on,
Airplay.
man.
better song, dude.
Airplay.
That song was all over the airwaves, yo.
What song?
Airplay, dude.
One song, that Daft Punk song?
That
Come
doesn't
on.
matter.
dude.
That's
Hey,
That's a good song, but hey,
that's all that
but
matters.
really, what decade are you living in? Airplay? Who the fuck cares about the radio? It's all
Well,
about
whatever.
this.
It's all about Apple Radio and
Show
Pandora
me the Benjamins.
and
Yeah, but-
Spotify.
Yeah.
Dude, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Rock is dead. I'm sorry to tell you, in case no one's hip to that. I haven't heard a good rock song since the Black Keys last year.
Big Hair is out.
It's just rap album, Macklemore. I mean, come on, man. Music is just in such a bad spot right now. It's really, really awful. The Grammys were fucking terrible, and I sat through it, and I'm still not over it yet. I'm scorned.
He's still
I
looking at
guess.
Beyonce's rump going like,
Awful. Just awful.
Surfboard.
Led Zeppelin, like, hey, let's just put out a record. Boom. Hey, here's a Grammy, Led
I heard
Zeppelin.
that was a Paul McCartney
Awful.
Yeah, there was that and
Yeah,
Ringo
Paul
Starr.
McCartney and Ringo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're the Beatles.
Peace out.
thing. Hey, was his wife?
We're still here, man. We're still here. Peace.
Yoko Ono there?
Peace.
Yeah, she was, and she had to present an award.
Are they trying to add some class to it? Is that what they're doing?
No,
What's
it's
the
like
class
how
that
women
was?
can
Although
end
it
your career
was
and
nice to see Paul and Ringo on the same stage because they had such horrible history with each other.
But then they were like, fuck it, man. We're the
Let's go.
Beatles. And
By the way, Ringo,
we're
can
rich
you play the
beyond our
drums?
wildest dreams.
But don't really play the drums because I'm gonna have a drum up. You just watch the other guy drum and then you
I'm
just
so
screw him
rich that I don't even play my instrument anymore. I pay this guy to do it.
But I heard something about CBS is supposed to have this big thing
Yeah,
about
Beatles,
them.
yeah.
The reason why they
Right.
didn't do it all big is because they got an anniversary of when they first appeared in America. So
Yeah.
then they're gonna blow that out the water. or
And you
something.
know, John Lennon's dead, so
And then
It's rough.
they're just making
It's
all the
rough to
money.
do a Beatles
But it's
reunion.
still
There's two Beatles.
50% of that band.
There's
yeah.
two Beatles, and then they get all the money, and then the other ones are just not getting no money at all.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it goes to the family, maybe.
No.
Grammys, F. Brett.
What's up? I actually have 3.
Oh my God.
But guess what though?
Wake me
Guess
up.
what though?
Wake me up.
Wake me up.
They're pouring on the
Me
beer.
up with you, girl.
So I gotta hear you bitch for about 3 days.
First,
Come on.
I already lost the third one already. Second one, or the first one is, it's not to the head coach of the Browns, it's to the daughter for posting, hey, it's the Browns, but I guess it's head coach.
Yep, fuck
Fuck
that.
that. Yep, fuck that bitch. Second one is, I'm gonna go to the
Say that in your
Grammys too,
British
which
voice.
I'm pretty pissed about the last showing of 9 Inch Nails and Lindsey Buckingham and Queen of Stone Age and Dave Grohl. The last big rock thing of the Grammys
Yeah.
cut short.
Yep.
But we had to go sit through god awful Taylor Swift's fucking.
Taylor Swift. She
like-
almost got attacked.
Yeah, I saw that video. But that god awful performance, and we couldn't even watch the full one of this.
Right? Come on, man.
Fucking
That was
bullshit.
that was like the grand finale of a fireworks show.
Bloody hell.
And you cut it off. It's fucking Ringo. Backstage.
But yeah, I can't remember the third one now. But
Come on,
yeah,
what
that
was
is-
it? Come on, no, what's the third one?
I don't remember it now because you guys had to fucking
The
play it.
Ringo or something.
I'll think of it.
What do you got, Mike? You're a big Beatles fan.
You know what? I got nothing as fun as what you guys are talking about. I'm just gonna sit back and laugh. And mine sucks. I'll do it quick. I'm pouring my beer out to Roger Goodell. Get rid of the extra point. Blah blah blah.
Dude, you actually made a rule.
Oh my God.
You made a cock blocking rule among weak raisings, and then you do a weak raising.
My raising was.
You're also
no,
the final
no.
raising, which means you got to go out on top. You got to go out on
British
top.
voice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Use your British voice.
what we had was a programming error. What you guys just did was funnier, and I was just gonna be like, do something kind of serious, and then I was like, well, that's dumb. I should have done that before the Grammy shit. So if you told me you're doing the Grammy shit, we would have had you go last.
I guess that means I had the best raising.
You did have the best rating, so what am I gonna do? So I try to make a joke out of it and
I
do it
don't
real
know,
fast, but
Just do it in an English accent.
maybe.
Oh, I remember the third one.
Hit me.
Hey-oh. It was the guy who stole Austin Carr's jersey off the Raptors and killed
all
the
right, all right.
Pour my beer out to
Or
that guy.
woman.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
So we in the
Man or
WWE.
woman.
Just get paid all this money and I play my instrument.
I'm too rich to play this show.
That's all for now.
Oh
Let's go.
my God. But this is true. I can't believe these old motherfuckers are still making all this stupid amount of money to play these songs they wrote 60 years ago, man.
Like simple ass songs.
Ringo's
I
performance.
wanna hold your hand. That's great.
You say you want to start a revolution.
That actually was a really well written song.
Oh, Dale's gonna like call you out.
Oh, really? That's the one.
60 years
I
ago.
mean, that's like, that
I'm just tired
brought
of it.
together
That's the one you want to.
that brought. I
You wanna
was
bring
thinking
down.
like,
All right, that's the one he wants to point
Hey,
out.
what y'all
All right,
think?
the one that
Point
you
out.
referenced.
instead of like, help, I need somebody, help.
What y'all think of the Super Bowl
Understand it?
halftime show?
That's like, come on, that's like
I don't know,
awful
who is it?
rock.
Bruno Mars?
Ah,
What's the
come
simplest
on.
Did you not
rock?
see Ringo Starr's?
Oh yeah, dude, Bruno Mars.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I hope they bring grenades to the Super Bowl and launch them at the stage.
Really?
How does Bruno Mars pull the Super Bowl? Bruno Mars.
Well, we got tired of the Rolling Stones, and then Tom Petty, and then like.
Whoa, Tom Petty was a great
yeah.
halftime.
I don't know what Super Bowl shows you've been watching, but the last
They
two
need-
were both urban, and now we're getting urban again.
They need to get out of the 80s.
Bruno Mars is not the
I'm just
80s.
saying-
Dude, I watched
They needed to
Beyonce
get
turn
out.
to the Hulk last year. Everyone's like, oh, Destiny's Child. Nobody cares.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then it was what Black Eyed
That was
Peas?
like, oh, look, it's Destiny Child. Nobody cares.
Hey, it was Black Eyed Peas, right? After
Yeah,
that.
and there was Black Eyed Peas before that.
Black Eyed Peas were good. I liked them. I thought Madonna did a good
Hey, and
job.
Oh, God, Madonna was in there,
No,
too.
but that's what
Come
your
on,
boys
Madonna,
like.
no,
Hey,
hey,
flicking
yo,
everybody
come
up like,
on.
hey, I've got 2 hits.
And on that note,
Actually, 1.5.
Hey, next year's
Your
next
boy
year's
did
gonna
a
be
light
Beatles,
show,
okay?
yeah, actually, I know.
See that?
I know the guy who did the light show for the. Black Eyed
MIA
Peas.
is going to sing John Lennon's parts in the Beatles reunion.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be holograms.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Beatles are going to do next year's halftime show. It's already said.
Seriously?
No, fuck. Really?
Bruno Mars.
Hey, don't give it no
And
idea,
then people are like, no, we need to whiten it up. So they're like, yeah, let's sprinkle some red hot chili peppers on it. That's going to make things real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see Flea without a shirt in fucking 26-degree weather.
He's going to shoot up on stage in front of everyone. And they're going to be nodding off. And then Sir Paul McCartney's going to come out from a helicopter.
I like how you give him the respect of sir.
Hey, I'm Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he's a knight.
What is like
He's a knight, so it's called
23-year-old wife and shit, you know?
All right, everybody.
I'm here to choose my next wife.
Roll that. Section 102 with row 3.
Are you done? Until next week. Battle on.
Until next week.
Battle on. Fucking right.
The fucking daddy wankers.
What do you rhyme to say?
That's funny.
I think we just lost a couple of our viewers in England.
Well, we lost our Middle Eastern viewers at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Europe.
Way to go. You guys live in our international fan base here. We couldn't do those shows outside the U.S.
I've been on it a while, but I don't know what the demographics like early on. We had
Can't throw you a sub there then.
an Alaskan and Hawaiian.
Hey, by the way, great video you posted about us paying all that money, not even hitting any of our demographic.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
That was actually Brett.
Oh, I thought it was DSC.
No, it was Brett.
Yeah.
No, my bad. I watched that whole thing.
You didn't watch that?
Man, you guys, I thought you posted
I
that's
knew
some shit
this.
that's right up your line.
What is it? Tell me what it is. you look at the goddamn text message I sent.
Yo,
I don't think I got that
You don't look at any of my Facebook page messages.
You got
I got that one.
Yo,
Please
that
don't
was some
respond
crazy
sometimes.
shit, man.
I respond.
Dude, that's only.
I've been really good lately.
And there's like, you got 500 friends, but whatever you post, does it reach your 500 friends?
Listen to what I told you guys a while back. Where
This post that says interesting, and then just some random smorgasbord.
Jumbo.
maybe Brett thought it was interesting.
It was interesting.
Click it.
I can't do it.
Yo, click it, man.
Not
It's
ready for
crazy,
it.
man. Yo, you watch it.
I will.
Right
I'll
out
watch
your-
it. I'll watch it on my own time when I absorb it.
Okay, this is what happened. This
Some guy,
Facebook's
fucking 6 girls.
whole system is basically
The hammer?
we got. All right, good.
And
No,
a
go
jack-
ahead. Go
a
ahead. Sorry.
jackhammer.
He talked about porn.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
Check him.
If you have 500 viewers like we've got, or 500
That's
followers,
pretty close to our number.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So 500 followers, and you post something on Facebook, it doesn't go to 500 people. There's an equation that they use based on a
Yes.
number of things, and it goes to like a small percentage.
The people
If-
that reply to the posts the most and that activate with the page
and,
the most.
and it's not even exactly that. Like
Yeah.
they do it even a little bit different. So then those
They
people have
like
to like interact with it a lot, and then it goes out to more people. And if they interact with a lot, it goes to more people. So the problem is, and what this video is much more clearly saying, is basically it's a system that's set up that you can't interact with those that you don't like aren't involved with every
Yeah.
day. You can't interact with them unless you pay Facebook to do so.
That's
And-
fucked up.
And it's their system, and it's a scam because they always say Facebook is free, you don't have to pay for it. You're paying for it if you want to use it in the way you want to use it. So
Which I
basically-
understand because a lot of people were profiting off of it.
Well, that's fine, but don't act like it's a free. It's not
Yeah.
free. And basically, there's shit that I know that we've all posted before. Or like Dale, you said you posted stuff, and I didn't see it.
That doesn't reach our people.
I don't. Yeah, and it's like you
Yeah.
assume that when you put it on there, your friends and family see it.
Yep.
That's because Ramon hijacked it and crashed it into a building.
That's crazy though. I was like, what the fuck is up with this shit? That's no wonder why you
Hey, dude,
post something and you don't fucking see shit.
It wasn't that bad. It got way worse when they started that timeline crap. They're still laughing.
Oh man!
So what's so
Are we
how
gonna
to
smoke?
avoid
Are we
it?
gonna smoke next week? Let's
Oh,
get
probably.
We'll,
Right now.
we'll do like Smokey and the Bandit and shit.
Smokey.
It'll be awesome.
Do we really need it, actually?
I know the fucking British.
Yeah, really. It's just that.
Hello, Cleveland.
I think if we did,
I love you, Cleveland.
if we did, somebody would speak in an English accent once, and then we would just laugh nonstop for about 30 minutes.
That was hilarious, Ramon. I just.
Crashing into a building. Was that recording still? Yeah. Awesome. Save that shit.